Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and today we have a guide from our charm collecting series. In this guide, I'll be giving a few tips on how to quickly collect gold charms with combat. The two methods that we're going to talk about are fighting Hellhounds and Fire Giants. Both are very similar to fight, so the two guides work well together. We're going to start off with what to wear and bring in your inventory for Hellhounds, then what a trip looks like. After that, we're going to do the same thing with Fire Giants. If you want to skip to a certain section of the guide, you can click on that part right now. Please keep in mind that there are many other ways to fight these monsters. This is what I personally find to be the best way to do it, but there are many other options out there. Let's jump right into what to wear and bring for Hellhounds. I'm going to give a melee setup for these, but if you plan on using ranged or magic, you can wear any higher tier items and be fine since these are not extremely powerful monsters. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, so if you need to pause the video at any time, then go for it. For your helmet slot, you're going to want to wear a Slayer helm if it's your Slayer task. Of course, if it isn't, then you want to wear a Torva helm. For your necklace, you want to wear a Demon Horn necklace. We'll talk more about this when we get into inventory. Though I highly suggest the Demon Horn necklace, if you don't have that, then you should wear a Saradomin's Whisper or an Amulet of Fury. There are a lot of higher tier capes out there to wear, starting with the Completionist cape. A lot of you might be using an Obsidian or a Fire cape though, those work very well too. For your weapons and shields, there's a lot of choices, the best being Drygors. I personally use the maces, but it doesn't matter if you want to use the longswords or rapiers too, you're still going to get great experience rates here. For your plate body, you want to use Torva. I know Torva is expensive for a lot of people though, so many of the lower tier chest plates do work well for Hellhounds. For your legs, Torva is still suggested, but again the lower tier armor will be still highly effective. For your boots, you want to wear Steadfast. Boots are not the most important part of the setup, so it's okay to get a cheaper pair. Gloves are similar to boots, but it's suggested to get the Torva gloves. In your ring spot, you want to wear a Ferocious ring if they're your Slayer assignment, because then you'll be fighting them in Curadel's dungeon. Otherwise, a Berserker ring will work well. For your aura, you can wear Reverence, Vampirism, or Penance, all three being pretty even. In your pocket, you're really going to want the Charming Imp. It's going to pick up the charms for you, so you can focus on killing the Hellhounds. Your inventory has a couple of key factors. You only need to bring a few food since you'll also be using prayer. Of course, if you're lower level, you can bring extra food. For prayer, you can bring some prayer potions, but if you're wearing the Demon Horn necklace, you may not need them. If you combine the necklace with a Bone Crusher, the Bone Crusher is going to bury the bones for you, and then the necklace is going to restore some prayer points. A couple of combat potions or overloads will help you get kills quicker. I don't personally use the cannon because I am looking for melee XP currently, but you can bring a cannon which will allow you to kill more Hellhounds per hour. For your ability bar, there's a lot of different options. I personally have my first 7 slots filled up with Sever, Dismember, Backhand, Slice, Fury, Decimate, and Massacre as my ultimate ability. But there are a lot of abilities you can use. You do not have to use this setup if you do not like it. I have noticed that there's a lot of ability bars out there that still get the job done. If you want to bring a summoning familiar, you can. I do suggest it. A Bunyip would be perfect for healing, but you can also bring a Titan if you'd like them to help you fight. If you're fighting Hellhounds as a Slayer assignment, you should fight them in Curadel's dungeon. But if you're here to collect the charms, then you want to go to Cavalry dungeon. If you have 55 dungeoneering, you can use the resource dungeon inside, which I do suggest doing. Also, if you don't have at least 70 agility, you are going to need the Dusty Key. Once you get in the Hellhounds, you just have at it. If you have the Bone Crusher and Charming Imp, you won't get very many drops that you have to pick up, other than the occasional clue scroll. Obviously, the goal is to accumulate as many kills as possible in as little time as possible. Once you have the right setup, it's really up to you to get maximum kills. Just paying attention is actually very important for charm collecting. With what I'm wearing, here are some estimated rates. I got about 600 kills in an hour, which is 210,000 combat XP, 71,000 Constitution XP, 56,000 Slayer XP, and 400 plus gold charms an hour. Moving on to Fire Giants, what you wear to Fire Giants is going to be basically the same as Hellhounds, so I'm not going to go over that again. But your inventory will look a little bit different. You can still bring a little bit of food, maybe some extra if you're lower level. Make sure you have Bone Crusher, and if you have an Herbicide, I would bring that for herb drops too. I like to bring some Alch runes for the rune items to make a little bit of profit from the trip. Don't forget your combat potions to kill them a little bit quicker. Again, I will not be using a cannon, but you could bring the cannon to increase your kills. I prefer to fight Fire Giants in the Waterfall dungeon, which does require the Waterfall quest. If you have 35 dungeoneering, you can enter the Resource dungeon in there. If you do use the Waterfall dungeon, don't forget to bring a rope and a Glariel's amulet. If you have not completed the Waterfall quest, you can fight the Fire Giants in the Chaos tunnels. Fighting the Giants is pretty easy once you're all set up. Just try to rack up as many kills as possible. Fire Giants don't drop as many charms as Hellhounds, but you can make more of a profit here, which I know some of you may enjoy. With what I was wearing, here are some of the rates I got. I got about 400 kills in an hour, which is 170k combat XP, 56k Constitution XP, 64k Slayer XP an hour, and about 222 gold charms in an hour. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for this Hellhound and Fire Giants guide. I hope you got some helpful information on it to at least go out there and start fighting these monsters. Really, one of the best things you can do is just go out there and do it a couple times. Once you've killed a couple hundred of them, you really figure out how to kill them quickly, and you're going to start getting a lot of charms. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video and helping support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and tell us what you liked about it in the comments section below. If you're looking for more videos like this one, then go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.